Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. The house was louder than I expected, not with voices, but with confidence. Every surface polished, every gesture practiced. I noticed details the way I always do when I'm unsure where I stand. The way the chairs were placed slightly too close together. The way the juice glasses were already poured before I arrived, as if decisions had been made without me. I told myself this was nerves. Introductions do that. You exaggerate meanings. You assign weight where there may be none. My fiancé squeezed my hand once, then let go. He moved easily in the space, familiar, untouchable. I followed, smiling, rehearsing neutrality. His mother studied me openly, not rudely, worse, like an item whose value needed verification. She asked polite questions that leaned too heavily on finances disguised as curiosity. Where I worked, how long I'd been there, whether I planned to keep busy after marriage. I answered calmly. I had learned long ago that defensiveness invites inspection. Dinner progressed. Glasses were filled. A rhythm formed that excluded me without hostility. They spoke around me, not to me. I was a pause in conversation, of formality. Then it happened, without warning. She stood, lifted her glass, and before I could register intent, the wine was in my face, cold, sharp, soaking into my hairline, my collar. The smell reached me a second later. "It's disinfection for a poor person," she said loudly enough that no one could pretend not to hear. "If you want to marry my son, pay $100,000 right now." Time didn't slow, it fractured. I felt the liquid drip from my eyelashes. I tasted it on my lips. I was aware distantly of the carpet beneath my shoes and how expensive it must have been. My fiancé laughed. Not nervously, not in confusion. He laughed like this was a story he would retell. Something inside me moved. Not upward, not outward, inward. A door closing. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't wipe my face immediately. I let the silence stretch, just long enough to become noticeable, long enough for the weight of what had happened to settle unevenly in the room. In that pause, memories aligned themselves, without effort. Comments about background, jokes that landed sideways, the way money was discussed in my presence, never with me, the casual certainty that I would adjust. I smiled. It surprised even me. "I'll cancel all business dealings with your company," I said. The sentence wasn't sharp. It didn't need to be. It was factual, like noting the time. No one spoke. The shift was immediate and physical. His father straightened. His mother's expression froze mid-authority, as if she had stepped onto ground that no longer existed. My fiancé laughed. "You can't be serious," he said. "I am," I replied. And that was the problem. He waited for more. An explanation, a reversal, something emotional enough to negotiate with. There wasn't any. Losing him hurt, not sharply, dully, like losing a limb you didn't realize had gone numb years ago. What stayed with me wasn't the wine or even the insult, it was the laughter, the ease with which love had stepped aside to make room for approval. I didn't feel triumphant, I felt accurate. Some choices don't announce themselves with drama. They arrive quietly, carrying the weight of things you can no longer afford to misunderstand.